5.
And it's nappy time.
Can I take a nap?
Heck no. Hello, everyone. And they're slowly strolling in. There's a little more room over on the left. Got a few seats in the back. Next time, get your tickets in advance. Good try. Eating spaghetti. Hi, Donna. Hello, Linda. Angie and Brian. Yeah, you gotta watch those two in the back. Vic and Brian.
Okay.
Okay, what we got here? Let's see, where was I last week? Oh, that's right. I was in another world.
Like I am today.
So why don't you explain what you have here?
That was the Ford Wheelmakers.
And a big one, too.
Gallery wrap.
Got a little bit of everything in here. Got some big cells, some little cells. Got somebody's brain right here. It's Purdy. Let's see, that would be the 24th. Yes, we can turn the heat off.
Yeah, it takes away from whoever's talking over there because the microphone is omnidirectional.
Where would you like that?
You can hand it to me. I'll put it over here. There's one behind you.
These one?
Mm-hmm. You gotta show it.
Oh. Okay, let's just put it away. Do I? Well, I thought that's what you were motioning me to do. It's another big one.
Yeah, this is a commission.
15 by 30.
Uh-huh. Just so pretty.
Flip and drag.
It dried really pretty.
Guess I don't have to put my initials on this because I don't do them this big unless I'm outside. So what are we going to do tonight?
Well, there's some tiles there that I want you to use up. because I want to open a new case and tape them.
Do you want to tell them the little mission you sent me on yesterday?
You can tell
For those who don't know, Jerry's Artorama has a special on paint.
them. That was this weekend only.
And of course, I worked all weekend, so got home about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I got sent back out. But
So it's in store only.
yes, so I had to go to Raleigh, which isn't bad. 40, 45-minute drive, depending on traffic.
Yeah, it definitely was a paint run. It was an expensive paint run.
It could have been more expensive if you had bought it online, right?
That's true, because it wasn't on sale online. Can you watch the screen for me?
Come down.
Good.
Good. I try it, Larry.
Hey, I was sitting mixing paint for how many days?
So, we got some tiles here, 4x4. Just thinking, always thinking.
So while you're doing that, so most of you know Brian came out with some new gadgets. So I have to mark these because Alan's going to have a set and I'm going to have a set. So I don't want him blowing out of mine.
She doesn't want my cooties.
I don't want your cooties, no. So these are his new blowing tools. So I thought maybe you could play with these while you're doing your tiles. Because we have some cell activator. You can use regular paint. But we're going to put a big A on his for Alan.
Yeah. Not what everybody else was thinking. Though I have been called worse. So.
Yeah, you get to watch Al blow. So I'm hoping that won't wash off, but it might. Who cares, right? Not that they're going to get washed. I'm just shocked they'll get used by you. There you go. So we're going to be giving a set of these away tonight too, so stay tuned. Do you want something to put those up on?
What's that?
Your tiles?
Sure.
Here's the cups over here. Unless you want to tape some tile stands on. They're down in that drawer right there.
All right.
The drawer behind the tray. Should be a second one. Roll away painting. Right, the second drawer from the middle there, that one. That's true, Doris. He does bring cooties home from work.
Do not. No cooties at work. I leave them at work.
Okay. Like you wash your hands before you leave?
Sometimes. So what am I doing here?
I don't know. What are you doing there? Are you going to take those on the bottom? You're going to have some tape.
Do I have to have some tape?
Well, yeah, so they don't fall off. Otherwise, just use cups. Doris wants to know if people breathe on you at work.
I don't let them get that close.
So when they come to your office, they stand in the doorway?
Most of the time, yes. Either that or we do some WebEx meetings.
I have to take those.
I have to?
Yes.
Why?
Because what's the sense of using them if you aren't going to take them? Tip your other ones over. Brian, do you see, Brian?
Brian, don't encourage her.
He says you have to tape them. That defeats the whole purpose if you don't tape them.
Yeah, you have seen me drop tiles before. You're welcome.
For your commercial.
I'm waiting for my commission check.
So Brian had used one of Ellen's befuffles for an ad for his stands. That was pretty funny. But he did ask permission first, so.
But he never asked me what kind of percentage I was charging either.
Well, he didn't ask you anyways. He asked me, and I was like, yeah, go ahead.
I know, Marla. I tell you what.
There you go, baby. What would Marla say? She's sticking out for you.
He was blowing toys and dropping his tiles.
Yep. He is good to go.
So you think. Yeah, it's almost like I forgot what I'm doing here.
That's because you didn't paint last week. He's trying, Vic.
Vic, we're still waiting for you to come up and get those t-shirts that I cut up for you 2 years ago.
Do you want cell activator to blow it with? Are you going to blow or are you just going to pour?
I'm just going to pour.
He's just going to pour. Okay. I'll go back over here in my corner.
You do that.
Careful, Doris. You'll get Brian's keyboard problem.
We got like 4 boxes of gloves.
Because I want you to use up one of them.
Well, it doesn't help if you open another one every week.
I didn't open them. They were already open from you opening them before. Come on. You want to fight? Put up your gloves.
It's been a long 8 days. That's all I can say. Color choices. Denim, metallic blue. Gold Rush. (2021) Beach Retreat Shimmer. Now you are working on the 2022 version, right?
I am, yes. I have not mixed it yet, but I have everything figured out.
Are you going to tease him or no?
No.
No?
Are you doing that all as one?
Yes.
Okay. Are you staying home tomorrow with me?
No. What makes you think I'm going to stay home tomorrow?
My paint sale starts tomorrow.
I have purchase orders to place.
I'll have purchase orders to fill. Not as many as you though.
And I think I want to stick a little black right down the center. Give it a little swirl.
Careful with that black.
Now, could go with a flip, or I can just do a dirty pour, which is
Helps when you have enough paint.
oh, there's plenty of paint. I got a brine amount of paint.
Crazy eats. I thought more gold would show up.
Yeah, I did use quite a bit too.
Just thought you could pick that all up at one time.
I
didn't ya?
was thinking I could. And I can't. I don't have big enough hands or small enough tiles. You can see the gold.
But you have great expectations.
The gold is starting to show through.
I think when you stretch it, you'll see more.
I'll do one at a time. This tile here is the one that I'm most worried about because it has the least amount of paint. Tilt that one around first. these off to the right a little.
Stretchy stretch.
Now I used paint with no silicone, so I'm not going to get very many, if any, cells.
You may get a few from the gold or from air bubbles, but no. That's the nice thing about the tile stand. You can just spin it like that.
We could do it without them too, but then you have the risk of becoming one of Brian's commercials.
Yeah.
Okay, so there definitely is enough paint there.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he could have done. If I would have known he was planning on tilting them all at once, I would have taped them together. But he's a fly by the seat of his pants kind of guy.
Hey, you only live once.
YOLO. Larry said he likes that about you.
Yeah, that's one thing that is nice about doing this at night, because during the day I have to put together a production plan for about 200 and some employees. And tonight I only have to worry about myself. Okay. I think this one could probably be the coolest one, just because how the black showed up.
Well, last week he was fried. He didn't know what he wanted to paint. He didn't really want to paint, but he had to paint today. He told me he had to paint today. No, Brian, it's not. I'll do a set too.
Get that last little white. Losing some of my black.
It's very hard to be creative, but sometimes I do my best work when I'm super, super tired. I don't know what it is. I think maybe because I overthink it when I'm tired. It's just a glare, Larry. I like that black one.
This one?
Yeah.
Just strange. Some of them, the black becomes so prominent.
Well, you did have a big gob on that one.
Let's see, I have to put a little torch to it.
So Brian says, okay, Ellen, now tell me you don't like the stands.
Oops. No, I like the stands, Brian. A little more stable than the cups.
Yeah. You just have to be careful when you untape them, because if you're rough with them, they will break. It's not like you can just pull them off.
Then when you're wiping your edges with the stand, you're not doing a balancing act.
You don't have to say, hey, honey, set me up 4 cups.
You hear a lot less. Oops. But I wouldn't call Brian honey. So give you a quick peek. Kind of like that one too.
It'll be pretty when it dries, because that's the denim blue, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 2 of them. That was my shoulder. Snap, crackle, pop. Here's the other 2.
Yep.
It's like the black is there, but just barely, and then it's all over this one. Okay.
Now I gotta think where I put those.
Put what? Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Joy. Thanks, Brian. And Doris. And everybody else that said good job. Appreciate that. So, I didn't use my blow toys.
No, you can put them back on the shelf.
Do you want me to replace this, Pat? You don't want me to just put down a little sheet of...
No.
Okay. What you got? Aha! I see.
It's giveaway time.
So, what are we giving away? We have a set of blow toys from Brian.
I bought a bunch. I bought a bunch of stuff from Brian to do for giveaways because I love Brian's stuff. His stuffs. It's funs.
Stuffs. Yeah, Brian's got some of these. Yeah, I can imagine. I have a set or two, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the rules of this giveaway. Number between 1 and 50. Don't start until we say go. Don't time yourself out. And
Lori, wait.
you remember the number, hon?
Yeah, but you didn't finish explaining the rules yet.
Number between 1 and 50.
If they're in the United States.
Yep. If they're in the United States, we pay the shipping. If you are outside the United States, you are responsible for the shipping. We will quote that and let you know how much it costs. Anything else? Did I miss anything? Okay. Brian, you can't play. So, on your mark. Oh, wait, studio. Sarah says, wait.
She's telling them to wait.
Okay. On your mark. Get set. Go. I see it.
We got a winner.
We have a winner. Shannon.
Yep, Shannon.
Shannon's check.
Shannon the happy knitter.
Number was 18. Congratulations, Shannon.
That was quick.
And those numbers were flying.
They all were, they already had it typed in the bar, just waiting to hit enter.
Do you have Shannon's
I
address?
believe I do have Shannon's address, but Shannon, you can email me, honey, just in case. You know how to get a hold of me.
Oh, look at candy bars.
Yeah, you can have those. I don't like those kind. I don't like Three Musketeers, and I don't like Milky Way, so you can have all of those.
What happened to all the Milky Way darks?
They're hidden. I like the Milky Way darks. Joanne, we go by our timestamp, and on our timestamp, she had it first. Usually when you put a guess in around the same time someone else does, yours will show first, but on our screen, it goes by the timestamp. So y'all, I'm like exhausted. I didn't realize how tired I was going to be from mixing all that paint. I did 36 colors this weekend, triple batches. So I am set for my paint sale and probably past that. But all the 5-ounce jars go on sale at midnight, and they will be 20% off. If you buy $35 worth, you get free shipping. So this is an awesome sale. You're not going to get anything better than this. I don't do this too often, but it's spring. People are still depressed and gloomy, and maybe they can buy some color and cheer up some and
Brighten
paint.
their day.
Yeah, let me brighten your day and your studio. Oh, we have some pretty cool colors too.
So Johnson wants to know, how's your wrist and hand feel?
Don't ask me to squeeze anything. I told Shelly that earlier. Thursday night, we are doing part 1 of color theory class. I'll show you something real quick. No. So I'm going to, I think I might put this on a canvas, and we're going to color in the color wheel on Thursday night class so that I can show you the pure colors, the tints, the tones, and the shades. And then I have another whole class where we're going to talk about what certain groups of colors mean and all of that stuff. If we have time, we'll get that far, but I'm limiting to an hour on tutorial Thursdays because it's easier to retain what you've learned in an hour than if I go longer. So if you can, Shelly's going to try to find a site where you can print this off and you can paint along with me. You will need red, blue, and yellow paint, white, black, and gray.
Actually, Shelly just posted the link for a blank color wheel.
Awesome, Shelly. Thank you, honey. She's on top of that. So I'll move your blowing tools out of my way. God, I don't even know if I have enough energy to blow. We'll find out. I better cough my tiredness out of my body. All right, now I have to pick some colors. I am going to use, I think I'm going to use white pouring paint because I want all my consistencies the same. Well, I don't know if I have enough. We'll see. Yeah, Shelly's the best, man. Couldn't ask for. Well, I'll tell you what. She's even a better friend. Okay. Let's play. Okay, I want to use. I have too much stuff over here now.
Brian's a close second.
Brian's my bro. He's my bro. All right, I'm going to play with some neutral colors here. So I don't need these little cups. What was I doing? See? So I'm going to use some champagne shimmer.
Brian's got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Which red, yellow, and blue of your colors do you suggest we prepare for the class?
Your primary colors. So it'd be Allen's red, Carolina blue, and Bumblebee yellow. And we'll do some dark chocolate, and we're going to put a little...
We have a special
Bentley
visitor tonight.
Hey, is it Mike? How you doing, Mike?
Hello, Mike.
He's on Hawaii time. Mike has been painting, guys. I don't know if you guys are members of the Stone Coat Insiders on Facebook. He has been doing a lot of painting. Amazing stuff. And he's in a gallery in Hawaii, which is awesome. He's very talented. I'm honored to call him my friend.
Shannon has a question. Does it matter if you use glue or Flowtraw?
I use both, Shannon. Glue is your binder. Flowtraw is your paint extender. It's just there to give you more volume for your buck. So I was just telling them, Mike, I'm doing a color theory class on Thursday. That'll be interesting. All right, so I'm going to put my white down.
Shannon said for the class.
Oh, for the class. I will just be using paint, period. No glue, no nothing. This is Bentley Blue Old Gold. It's Praj Posse paint. Dark chocolate shimmer. These are all Praj Posse paints that I mix. I'm going to go with a little copper penny and a little bit of champagne shimmer.
Thank you, Purple Girl. Appreciate your support.
Thank you, Deidre. You are very much appreciated, honey. So there's my cell activator. All right, Brian, let's try out these tools. I don't know if I can blow hard enough tonight. Guys, you all know that I smoke, so this is amazing that I can get these out this far with these tools. Isn't that cool? So I'm just going to let that come together a little bit more. I am going to hit the center with my airbrush just to see if there's anything under there. And let that grow a little bit.
Brian says use the small obi. I think he meant one.
Yeah, this part right here probably would do really well with that one. I'm really enjoying these, Brian. I love people that are creative, that make things that artists can use. That's why I came out with my own paint, so I'd have the colors that I like.
Shannon says she does deep air breaths at night. She's a smoker, and it really does help.
Mm-hmm.
Joanne quit smoking, and she used vapes to do it. Now she's hooked on vapes.
Yeah, I don't want to go down that road. Okay. Let's get it moving a little bit more before I start tilting.
Mike at Stone Coat wants to know, what tool are you blowing through? Sorry for the newbie question.
Okay, so our buddy Brian, Spontaneous Creations by Brian, makes 3D printed toys. And those are new that he just released yesterday. And he has them in his Etsy shop. So you get a set of 4 where you get a fan, a wide, a smaller, and then a small, the tiny one to get in little nooks and crannies. Definitely would be great for people that do blooming, because there's always that one little spot that you want to blow out and can't. And Brian also makes these tile stands that I have these tiles on. "3D printers. I've got a brand new 3D printer in a box that I have not opened yet. And Alan is so busy with work, he doesn't have time to play with it either. They came out pretty cool. Now that was done with all acrylics, guys. I didn't use any house paint. I did not use any untinted house paint or pigments. It was just the Praj Posse paints. But I did use the Australian Flowtraw in the cell activator.
Getting a lot of compliments on that first one.
It's pretty. All right, let's do another. So I started with Bentley's Old Gold, I think.
Okay, so a couple questions. Sue Johnson wants to know, have you noticed that Shelly art paint seems thinner now when she blooms?
I think it's a lot of experimenting with Shelly. She likes to see what works better so that she can share it in our group with us.
And Deanne would like to know, what does the stand look like?
It's just a crisscross. I have it taped here to hold it onto the tile. Simple little configuration that works wonders, because Alan was dropping tiles and Brian said, I didn't make some stands. All right. Medium power.
So Mike has a question. How do you two stay happy doing a channel together? My wife and I need your secrets.
Well, Alan only paints with me on Mondays, Mike, and I do tutorials on Thursday. And any other videos that I put up, he's not on it. We have a nickname, right, guys? Tell Mike what show this is and what episode this is. We are labeled the Bickersons, Mike.
We're made from 2 different molds that somehow fit together.
Yep. Opposites attract normally. If you didn't fight, you aren't normal.
question for Joanne, from Joanne for Brian. Why wasn't the stands for sale on your page?
You may not be doing a run on those right now. Let me see if I blow the little one, if that works, instead of getting my airbrush out. So because I'm using acrylic paints, I actually could use a thicker cell activator, because you notice how it's sinking a little bit. Come out, wherever you are.
Joy says, okay, Christina, you've convinced me to buy these toys.
I told Brian that I wanted to show them how they work with blooming, because he doesn't do a lot of blooms, and I'm more into blooms than he is. So he did his little blowouts last night on his live to release his new gadgets. Look how pretty that is. I get so excited when Brian says, hey, I'm working on something new. Like, yay. I had gotten my older son a 3D printer so that he could design stuff for me, but I haven't even got it set up, so I told him don't bother yet. Because he'll show me stuff and then I'll be like, I want it now.
So Sujata says she only uses your paint and TLP on blooms.
Yeah, our paints work really good for blooming, especially as your first color down, and you can also use them as a cell activator. There's that one.
Good night, Mike. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, Mike. Thanks for coming in.
Angie says, holy camole, it's beautiful.
All right, 2 more. Bentley Old Gold. If anybody's writing the colors down. Dark chocolate. Someday I'll have to show you guys my recipe book when I get it all organized. If I do a bloom and I love the colors, I write it down. I have got pages and pages and pages of bloom recipes.
Joanne Ralston has a question. What's best to mix with your paints?
I do the glue and Flowtraw. I don't use water. I don't like breaking a binder down. But that's just me. I do send a little swatch with my paints to explain about some of the shimmers, how you have to add the Flowtraw first because you might get gloopy. But I also have a video on how to fix that.
A couple people see a scary face in your second pile.
Yeah, I see it too.
Joanne says parts. I'll let you finish blowing.
I like that little one, Brian, for getting in spots.
Hello, Joyce. Glad you could join us. You're late, but that's okay.
Yep, it's not tutorial night.
I think there's a seat in the back next to Brian and Vicky.
God, don't put her back there with them. Oh, it came out pretty.
Be careful you don't drip on your other ones.
I know. I know that. That would be an Ellen thing. I'm just kidding. I think I'm tired today because I didn't drink any sweet tea today.
Yeah, that's it.
It is, isn't it? No caffeine, no sugar. I went in the house earlier with Ellie, and I threw her on my bed and laid down, and then Eddie jumped up there, and we were just all like cuddling. And then the phone rang, and it was after 6, and Ellen was calling. He was on his way home. I'm like, oh, we fell asleep. Tilt it back. So the light color that you see is the champagne shimmer. So these are going to be really sparkly when they dry. Very shimmery.
So Beth Benson wants no glue all, not plain glue.
Right. I use Elmer's glue all. There are some artists that are using the school glue. It doesn't have as much binder in it, but it does work. And you get nice cells from it too. You won't get cells from the glue oil. The glue oil is definitely just used as a binder.
Joanne wants to know, can you say the colors again?
Bentley Boo Old Gold, Dark Chocolate Shimmer, Copper Penny, and Champagne Shimmer.
And Shannon checks that she uses the school glue.
Yep.
Doris says Michael's Craft Smart Glue works good for her.
Right. Yeah, it's, you start getting all these different ingredients and then it's more confusing. I have used the glue oil since I started painting, so I have never changed. It all comes down to consistencies and how you layer your paints. Knowing your densities and your opacities and your transparencies. It's all chemistry, guys.
Joyce, don't feel bad. She says she's just getting back to her studio and she's having issues with blooms for some reason. She's going to do something different.
It's actually the weather. I noticed a big difference when it got colder here.
Last time I tried to do blooms, I just about blew my brains out. Could not get them to come out.
I'm digging these toys, though. Of course, a hairdryer would be a lot quicker. But you don't have as much control. And you can turn this tube around, like if you're going forward or backward. I'm going to blow that one section out there.
Shelly says her paint's thicken up in the cold.
Yeah, And then they get thinner because of the condensation, and it's just playing, you know. You got to pick a good day to paint, and I try to keep my studio between 70 and 74. I have days I come out here and it's only in the 60s because it was so cold out the night before, but it doesn't freeze, you know. I had that in the very beginning. I had paintings freezing out here. Boy, did they crack. But yeah, that was very sad. That was when I said to Alan, we have to insulate the garage.
I'll get right on that.
You were pretty quick to get that done for me. So we spent, what was it, a weekend insulating the garage?
So like that.
And then I did the door. And then when I got that all done, I called my friend Dan up, and he came and put wood on the walls. It's just chipboard, but I'll tell you what, I wish now I would have went with paneling, because it took 4 coats of paint to cover it. And it needs a new touch-up job, but that's just going to have to wait.
Good thing we weren't recording that painting session too, because the Bickersons were full steam ahead then.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hello, Dar. Glad you could join us.
There. 4 pretty little tiles. Now, you can see how this is relaxed. This is relaxing. This is relaxing. And this will do the same. The black will sink some more. Let me give him a quick torch. Get them a little bit closer together. I'll bring the camera down a bit more. I haven't changed out my camera yet. I looked at it today. I was like, yeah, it's not going to get done today.
Well, it's hard to change out your camera when your eyes are closed.
That's true. So
Yes,
there's
Dar.
4.
Kid Scar says, what were those colors again, please?
Bentley Boo Gold, Old Gold. That's the new gold that we came out with. Dark chocolate, copper penny, and champagne shimmer.
Moose has a question. Is there a way to keep the CA cell activator from sinking?
You know, there's little things you can add to it to suspend it. I have not had any luck, so I can't suggest anything. In the beginning, I tried a little bit of gel gloss. That didn't work for me. And then I made it thicker, and then I made it thinner, and now it's kind of on the thin side, but that's why it's sinking. And sometimes you'll see the craters through your, through your paints. I didn't have that before, so I think I'm going to go back to thicker, but not as thick as the pigments. So you're going to go thick, thicker, almost thick, because your pillow should be thick. Your base paint should be thicker, so they stretch with the paint and not past the paint. And then, of course, your cell activator. We're going to do tutorials on blooms. Just it's not in my schedule for the next couple months, though. But we'll get there because we have a lot to go over. I want to teach people how to clean their paintings and how to varnish and all that fun stuff.
Joanne says, Christina, I forgot to email you. Can I put the check in the mail tomorrow?
Yes, that's fine, Joanne. And Joanne, let me know, email me if you can, and let me know if you're bringing a guest. I'd like to have a head count before we get there.
Hello, Maria. Glad you could pop in.
Hi, Maria. So, guys, I'm going to cut it short tonight because I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed early because paint sale starts at midnight, and I know I'm going to get up to orders. And, oh, okay. Don't worry about it, Joanne. As long as you're bringing your hubby, that's fine. We already booked the house for next year, guys. If you want to go next year, I already have 7 people on the list. So let me know if you want to go next year. Because I only have, 12 rooms. So I'm getting everybody booked in for next year already.
And we had to snatch that up pretty quick.
Yeah, I took it to the last day. They said, if you don't book by the 26th of January, we're putting it up on the market. And I'm like, okay. So I hurried up and called and paid it. Oh, it's a fun week.
Joanne wants to know, is it the same amount as the first check?
Yes, Joanne, same thing. And then next year, it's going to be more expensive. We have to raise our prices because the price of the house went up. And I'm going to have that put in the Parage Posse here pretty soon, the event. It'll be in the events tab for more information. But if anybody wants to get information now, you can email me and I'll send you the information.
And Joy is like, me for next year.
I have you down, Joy. I don't know. After a week with Brian, you might change your mind. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But we love you all. Susan cut and paste me. We love you all, and we will see you all on Thursday. Don't forget to watch Doris tomorrow night at 7 p.m. She'll be live doing a couple of paintings. And we'll see you back here on Thursday.
Have a wonderful evening.
Bye now.